He's quite persistent.
You have no idea. He's actually a really nice guy after you get to know him.
I doubt that.
Son of a bitch, I got you this time!
Hello there, Jay here, and we are looking at a few games of Ursula today. I know it's probably getting a little redundant that I play this so much on channel, but it is what I'm currently running in the meta, and anything else that I'm playing is strictly for you guys. If it wasn't for this, I would just be playing AM 24/7 until the end of season. So, we are up against Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
And it looks like he's running Varro, so have to see how this one plays out for us. Drawing a stratagem on turn 1. Alright, and I want to touch on this real quick. This attack with Varro. So, in my belief, if both players are attacking each other at the start of the game, someone is wrong. And hear me out on this. One of you should be playing you should look at the list, you should look at the opponent and be like, alright, I can assume I know his list, or something close to his list. And when this happens, you think to yourself, alright, now am I going to be responding to his threats most of the game, or is he going to be responding to my threats most of the game? And that kind of plays into the, am I playing the archetype that is the responsive, or am I playing the archetype that is the aggressor? And I definitely feel like Varro is more of a responsive warlord. You're responding with flank, you're picking off troops with your ability or talent, so I do not feel like that attack. It's such a minor thing, but I really feel like if both players are attacking at the start of the game, someone is wrong. So, with that being said, Scout Bike. Doing Scout Bite things. Figured that if I just attacked it and left it alone, he would have put a shield on it. So instead of doing that, I drop out as much pressure as possible to make sure that I get the clear. Turns out he's playing a vehicle variant of Varro. This I do not believe I've seen ever. So this will be interesting. Gryf. Happy to see it. Wanted to play it, but cannot. We are on 4E. I see Gryf, I immediately think to play Gryf. That's just how my brain operates. Gonna take the discount on the Gryf. Maybe a double discount? Or maybe discount the Vox Op? Yeah. Discount the Vox Operator. Because having those turns where you play Vox Operator and a vehicle is pretty powerful. It's the whole reason it's in the deck, so... Interesting, one of the new cards we don't get to see very frequently. He values picking off the Minka, understandable. We do have a lot of troops in our hand. Out comes the Ogryn, followed by Ratling. We have a pretty big board position already. It's going to be interesting to see if he can come back into this game or not. And this all boils down to he is at 2 life less than he should be for that attack, so... Ooh, interesting. There's a lot of value going on, but I'm not sure if he's getting full worth out of it. He has generated a lot of value for future turns, but I'm not sure the game's going to go on long enough, because I'm going to apply hella pressure. Missed out on a damage here by not playing the Kasrkin. Turns out we didn't want to anyway, because we're going to play Armoured Lightning instead. Will we find an opportunity to use Gryf? That is the question. Alright. Interesting. This has flank. And is armored. Kind of annoying. Not quite lethal on board. Counting it over. Deciding how I want to do this. Ping. Ranged attack. Ranged attack. ping. We're going to shoot this. Now we're going to use Gryf. Okay. Gryf is going to be able to clear this and clear the extra body if we want to. Turns out we do. Turns out if we were going to play the Kasrkin, pronounced it right this time. We were going to I'll have to get in the habit of that. Turns out that we missed a few damage. If that was the case, we should have played that way earlier. Today it was suggested to me by a friend that I take my time and think out my turns longer, because I play too fast. And I think that they are right. I play very fast and very on the fly. We'll go next. But like I was saying, because I play so fast and so on the fly, I miss a lot of things, whether that be damage or plays I could have made that would have been better for the situation. I do miss out on a lot because I play so fast, and that playing fast really comes from playing other card games, and it's something I'm going to have to break myself wise and just take the time off and be like, alright, this is what I need to do. So we're going to try over the next few days to kind of try and slow it down and really think out our turns. So after this video, we'll have to remember that slow it down, think out our turns, and see how much further we can get. A little bit of boredom, it looks like. Not happy to see Rabute Leman. I find this matchup pretty boring and one-dimensional. But it is popular right now, and everybody's running it, so you will see it a lot on ladder if you are playing ladder. Again, with this attack. This might be one of the Warlords where it's okay, because he's going to gain back his health with Codex. So this might be okay. On the first turn, at least. On turns where he cannot do that, it might not be okay. What are we opting for? Talent? Gonna take the attack. Looks like an easy full throttle or armored lightning. Yep, taking the armored lightning. I already have a full throttle in hand. Looking at this Cadia Stands, glad it's there. Always a pleasure to have that in hand against Leman. Oh, heads up, I've updated my Sappha list. I now have a Reductus Saboteur in the list. Explodey lady, as they say. I found one in the shop. Happened recently, so finally added to that list and got something I didn't have. Pretty good, pretty happy to improve it. One card at a time, just gotta wait for them to hit the shop. Crystals aren't really a problem. I play too much to run out of crystals, so... And you get more crystals for playing Classic than you do playing Skirmish. Obviously, the games are longer. You should. It makes sense to do it that way, so... At least I believe that's the case. Alright. Obvious, kind of weird is if he was going to attack the Minka, you would think that he wanted to clear the Minka. Maybe not. Maybe just really wanted to get rid of that other troop instead. We're going to take the Cadia Stands here. Deploy a Shock Trooper. Use our face to remove this troop. And just kind of sit back for a minute. Let him decide what he wants to do with the situation. I'm not trying to burn the Faeburn. I'm not trying to use that right now. It's just... I try to save troops for either lethal attacks or pumped attacks or trading with troops. Because trading, you can only trade so much with your face before it starts to... you needed 2 extra damage to clear that troop this turn. And keeping that little Faeburn on the table, metaphorically to say, is just going to give us more damage for more troops in the future. The same reason I don't attack with the Shock Trooper right here is I'm just going to ping. And the reason I'm using it that way is because it forces him to use another attack to clear it. It just buys time. And I know that I'm going to outvalue this deck. We've done it 5 times on the channel before. And I'm just going to ping. That is if, he didn't have Sentry. I wasn't going to attack into that anyway. But, yeah. So, throwing out this right here, the standard bearer showing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 damage on board. So 25 on board is what we are showing. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I'll have to get that meme too. Oh, he's going to clear a lot of troops here. Maybe not. Won't have so much to begin with anyway. Looks like he's going to clear the Minka, if I had to guess. Because he values that, even though we have, like, little to no more troops in our hand, and we're just going to be spamming Armored Lightnings. He doesn't know that. We do want to get that scout bike off the field, though. Could use a ping. Yeah, I was like, we could use a ping to clear that. We are going to send in some troops now to make room for this Armored Lightning. I want that to come in completely. We don't just want 2 troops, we want 3. A little bit of card shuffling in hand. Opponent thinking. Going to take this troop off the board. 7 energy to work with. Alright. And of course it would hit that. That being a 1 in 8. That removed my lethal, or very close to lethal. Yeah, that would have been lethal. We would have been at 30, I believe, or just at 30, or just under 28. So we did lose lethal right there from that 1 in 8 chance. Pretty out there. I am going to take the full board, provide as much pressure as possible. I'm going to even start sending in troops at this point. We just want to get damage on that table and reduce that life. Try to end this game before he starts hitting those 9 and 10 energy curves. We do not want that. Sitting at 21.
Target located. Flying into position.
Interesting. Another one. Looks like this is going to get a couple triggers off. Tim lives. 2 of his buddies do not. Tim is angry, takes a shot in revenge. Nice. Double Ratling will make this play very interesting. We can just start going face. Clear with troops. So this is 2 damage. Then 4 damage. A ping. And an attack will clear the troop. And then we will ping once more. And ping again. Okay. So really bringing this life total low. Now sitting at 12. Even picking up some more quote-unquote direct damage as we can. We have 2 insane buff spells. It's an additional 6. And we are showing lethal on board. It's an additional 4? Yeah, 4 to each. So 4 times 4. It's an additional 12 damage we're showing. Or 4 times 3. My bad. Sorry. Math. Hard. Difficult. Don't be like me. Don't struggle with math, kids. Have to see he has an out to this. Invulnerability would be good here if he had that. Possibly not, though. Alright. Interesting. Decides to take an attack here. curious how he didn't clear the troop that was right beside it, but hit that one instead. If he hit the troop beside it, it would have taken damage off the table. Decides to give Sentry to his Vanguard troop. All my units will not have to attack into that, though. That is the problem. And we only need one of these, so I'm only going to cast one here. But we're going to use the 4 to clear this. Sentry procs, but doesn't kill the troop. And now that Sentry thing is gone. Had he had put it on himself, he would have gotten more value, but it did not matter because we still had lethal. So, good game, my friend. Maybe next time. Looks like we're encountering some Malik. Pretty uncommon, if I would have to say. Not the most common Warlord you will be finding on ladder. Interesting to say the least. Have to check this out. Ooh, fairly high rank player too. Nice. Just decides on Malik. Wonder if it's Nexus Tempo Stelma's list. Hand looking pretty mid. Don't like the Vox Op. Especially with not drawing a vehicle. I think we're just going to take it slow. Maybe not. Going fast, apparently. Faeburn, along with Tim. Going to put out some damage here. Throw out the Shock Trooper. This applies a lot of pressure. It also definitely clears whatever they play on turn 3. I wasn't really planning on having a heavy turn 3 play anyway. I did have the Standard Bearer 2 play, but it's okay just to ditch his poison supplies. We're going to throw out another Shock Trooper, ping, range attack, and keep our Faeburn Vanquisher for a little while to see if we can use that to better value. I would like to trade it into a troop. I don't want to spend it on face damage. The 2 face damage is very minimal. Trading it into a troop is something that's kind of useful and can help you progress with tempo, considering this troop's been on the field for 2 turns now. Hopefully it lives another turn. Familiar. Gonna clear both these. Backstab. Killing the Faeburn. Good enough to merit removal. That's how good Faeburn Vanquisher is. Hopefully Tim takes a cheap shot. Nice. I was hoping for the Biophagus, but I'll take that. Take the melee trade. Cadia Stands. Losing a lot of tempo here, but that's fine. Our next turn we will be going Standard Bearer into Ratling, most likely, unless we draw a vehicle, in which case it'll probably be Vox Operator. I might even bet on Vox Operator and just say I'm going to draw it for 6 and just pray for luck. Living Icon comes out from our opponent into Nexus of Devotion. He's going to be removing our Tim. No, not Tim. We did draw the vehicle, so definitely Vox Op here. We do want Chimera to be coming into play and giving us troops immediately while providing armor to all the rest of our troops. Pretty hefty board. I don't think they can make their way through this again. They already cleared off 2 Vanguard units in a turn. I don't think they're going to burn another Familiar. And I don't think they have it in hand, so... Interesting. Alright, flank on this. Ooh, blast. Interesting, okay. Well, thankfully that did soak a lot of damage. Should be getting a troop here. Yes, Shock Trooper comes out. We do have the Vox Operator, so we can deploy the Chimera. Chimera comes into play. We're going to activate the duty on this. 2 Shock Troopers deployed into a melee attack. Probably from the Standard Bearer as well. Could use the Vox Operator for this if I wanted to. Yeah, okay. Using the Standard Bearer to deal 1 more damage to the opponent. Min-maxing damage completely. Everything will be taking 1, but that is 100% fine. There's no way they're dealing 3 damage 3 times to 3 different troops in order to clear and get through this. We will get rid of this poison supplies next turn. And I don't know if you're counting, we're actually showing lethal right now. So...
Let's earn our divine reward.
Opponent goes to 1.
No.
Apparently they can count too. Alright, we'll go next. Lucius. Nice to see a little bit of change of pace. I don't think my track record versus Lucius is very great. And this hand does not say a lot either. And we're against a good player. This is a very bad hand. Double Vox Operator with no vehicles is not what you like to see. So this one looks like it's going to be rough. But we will try. Picking up the Pinning Fire could be useful. Glad to see that one come about. Thrill Seekers, 1 damage to a friendly unit. Okay. Draw a card. Hubris to heal, I'm guessing. Yeah. Sergeant's okay. Gonna play out the Ratling here. Deploy a Shock Trooper. This way, if he does deploy a 3E troop, I can deal 2 damage to it. And then if it heals, which I'm thinking he does... Oh, never mind. He's just going to draw some cards and get some drugs. I thought he was going to play the card against Bloodlust, the 1/4. I absolutely despise that 3-drop. Out comes our Standard Bearer. Going to put in some range damage here. Even with the Ratling, too, because 1 range isn't very much. Going to get our damage in where we can. Hand is full. Looks like he overdrew his talent. It is currently 7:50 in the morning on the day of the 27th. I'm a little bit nervous, but there's a tournament in an hour that I'm participating in. So hopefully, with any holds barred, tomorrow you guys will get to hear all about it. Alright, that's an interesting troop. I don't believe I've seen that in a list before. Kasrkin. Gonna play with the Minka. Into Pinning Fire. I could activate the Standard Bearer here to kill that if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Would rather get a little bit more value out of my Standard Bearer, and it doesn't show that he has a way to kill the Minka. There's the Bloodthirst troop that we were scared of earlier. Quicksilver Grace looks like it's going to perform some work on us. He's going to get to clear the Minka, then attack the Standard Bearer for a trade. Ooh, I don't like that heal at all. That feels really bad. So what, do I take 4 here and risk the 50-50? Looks like I'm going to. Risk the 50-50? Nice. Well played. Had to get that troop off the board in any way we could. I'm going to discount this Shock Trooper. We are on 6E. Next turn we'll be able to go Vox Op into Chimera. So looking pretty okay. Not feeling too shabby about this game, actually. This game's pretty close. We're not getting absolutely ran over like most of my Lucius games. So... Alright. Interesting. Decides to clear the Kasrkin. Attack my Faeburner. Faeburn Vanquisher. Goodbye. Gryf. Don't mind if I do. Really thinking about playing out the Chimera here, but I do want a Gryf. Gryf just clears the board by itself. And then I can talent or drop the Vox Operator for 2 if I want. Looks like we're going to talent. Artillery Strike's pretty good. Vengeance for Cadia was the other option there, but I'm going to go for the Artillery Strike. He is pretty low, and I think we have a route to close out this game, maybe. So, we're going to take the Strike. Now that is a full HP Gryf. We are trying to dodge the exquisite swordsmanship here. He does have some outs, though. That is one of them. Kills the Gryf. Can he proc on himself anyway and get the 50-50? Does not hit the 50-50. Going to attack me with Blast. Pin that off. I am going to damage this. Drop out the Vox Operator into Chimera. I dropped out the higher costed one too. I don't know if anyone saw that. Here I'm just going to take the damage and kill this troop off rather than deploying 2 shock troopers. I don't feel I'm going to die right this turn. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 turns ahead of me. So I'm going to take this trade and then activate next turn. Hopefully he cannot clear that. It does have 7 health. It is a lot. We are really trying to dodge a Helldrake here. Hubris into melee into Helldrake seems pretty good. Opponent lost in the sauce, deep within his own thought. Really thinking this turn out. Interesting. Okay. Dark Pact of Excess. Another Quicksilver Grace. Second one of those we've seen. This is a 3K player, so apparently that's worthwhile. Do eat the 6 here. That's kind of bad for us. Gonna go ahead and drop these out. Faeburn, reduce the Sergeant. Play the Sergeant. Gonna go down to 4. Go down to 3. Risk the Helldrake. No, not even. Gonna say he can trade off if he wants. I'm gonna go to 5. Now I am threatening lethal on board, and he has to find a way to clear. We're just dodging Helldrake. We're dodging Quicksilver, or oh, there's the Helldrake. Well, on that case, thanks for tuning in. I will see you all tomorrow.
The brickwork on this place is a shit show. Now who's this scrawny puke?
I'm 1.5 feet taller than you, but whatever.
What was that?
I said I can't hear you from down there.
Speak up, boy! I can't hear you from up there!